if you're watching this live, it's 3 a.m. Friday after the AFC East showdown has just taken place. We don't know what's going on, what's going to happen, but I'm sure you guys do. Um, right now we are doing our military edition of the Insomnia. As it goes, we're going to be doing one by one. They're going to be placed in a seating depending on how their record finished. So, and then they're going to be going head to head in a tournament style. So, 4 will play number 1, 3 will face number 2, and then after that, the winners out of that will go head to head. So,
for the finals.
Yeah. Yep. So right now we have an Army representative, somebody that Crypto affectionately calls Sister Soldier. And I tell you what, when I announced that she was coming on, I tell you what, man, he was excited. He was hyped as I was to have you on here, and it is finally. I am honored and privileged to have you on here. Nene, what's up?
Hello, everybody.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, good to have you, Nene.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick intro, and when we come back from this intro, we're gonna hear from the Sister Soldier. Right after this.
All righty.
What's going on? Hey, check this out. Before we get started, again, consider becoming a member of the channel. Donate to the Finn's Tailgate channel. It allows us to continually bring shows like Insomnia, Coffee and a Cup of Color, the show that El Capitan does. He had a great guest in Crystalakis. And the other
he did.
shows, and the other shows that the T.F.T.G provides, it's possible to help to great members like Kevin Lee is a great member, you know. Adam Sadowski, myself, I've been a member before I started, recording on the Finn's Tailgate, and yeah, it's a great way to help us keep the lights on. So become a member, donate to the channel. It really helps us because at the end of the day, independent media is dependent on donations like you guys. So I appreciate you. And so let's get to the topic at hand. Nene, what made you want to get into the Army?
It was a weird choice. choice because my senior year at high school at Miami Central Senior High School, shout out to any Rocket.
Yep.
To Rocket. I initially had full stop with going to FAMU University in the Marching 100, but there was another side of me that wanted to leave Miami. I knew that was going to Tallahassee. They will get hazed 1 year. They back in Miami. And I always felt that I was destined for greatness. She's the reason why I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. She put the idea in my head.
Your grandmother, right? Because we didn't hear that.
Yes. Yeah, my grandmother. May she rest in peace. She Terry, and this is before 9/11. So she was like, hey, I'm doing a lot of money.
You're going in and out. Sorry, Nene.
Oh, it's all right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But the whole thing was my grandmother and then some friends of mine and they joined, another person joins with them. And I just had to be honest with myself. And what I wanted to be was a lawyer. And I just felt that the military.
Wow, damn. I mean, I'm sure you're cooking, but damn, we can't hear you.
So when I took the ASVAB, everybody was, basically pushing me, go to the Air Force. And I was like, I'm afraid of heights. But I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of drowning. And I don't know nothing about the Coast Guard. So I said, well, there's the Army. And my grandfather was in the Army. My brother. My choice.
Your grandfather and your brother, right? Because
yes.
That was out. So I'm just making sure people know.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me try this mic again, but hopefully you heard me.
Okay.
Nene's going over her experiences, her journey along the way.
Yeah. That was interesting too.
Yep, for sure. Everybody path to the Army and through the Army is unique in and of itself, like mine. Yeah, mine's was straight out of high school. My path. But yeah, Shake, have your parents or anybody in your family ever suggested that you sign up for the military?
My cousins did, but
your cousins tried to, because they was thinking about going themselves, or they already been.
My cousin joined the Navy. He was in the Navy he just retired. He did 20 years.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of why I
had
Navy.
Maybe.
Did you get an echo?
Yeah, that was
that was Nene.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like echoing. There you go. Well, you said your cousin.
Yeah, he was
in the Navy. He joined and he's finished just 20 years up.
Yeah, he was cyber.
Okay.
He was cyber.
He was in cyberspace. Like okay. He's an IT cyber specialist. Oh, okay. Given 20 years, he was probably at least the E6, E7, or E8, right?
Yeah, he was the chief.
Yeah, so E7. So he's ITC. Yeah, that was his rating, ITC.
And he was telling me that he said it was crazy is about the people that finished the Navy Academy, whatever. Even though he'd been there for a lot longer, they start off with a higher ranking than him.
Yep. That's why that saying come when you accidentally say "sir" to a guy that's enlisted. They use the term "I work for a living." That's more of like a clap back against the junior officers that comes in and get all this rank and authority when all the chiefs and all the senior non-commissioned officers have to work for their rank. They say, "Don't call me sir, I work for a living." You hear drill sergeants yell it out. That's basically what that gets at. Because it's basically saying officers, junior officers don't work for a living. Oh man. Damn.
Yeah, so yeah, he lives in Maryland. I went to visit him in 2019 in Maryland. And I tell you what, Maryland is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we got it, man. We got some good attributes here, man. Just like every place has its great
I went
places,
to a mall.
not so great
Went
places.
to a mall there, and we did an escape room in the mall.
In the mall.
Oh, okay, then they back. Medical.
Like an echo in the back.
But let's see if she go ahead and see. Let's talk. Let's see how you sound.
Yeah. Can you hear me and shake anything?
What happened now?
It's saying that it's good, but I don't know if y'all can hear me.
I can hear you.
I hear you now.
Okay.
But
Cool.
you just have an echo. Just when you're not talking, just go on mute. But go ahead, Nene. Go ahead, talk.
No, it's just again back to your question. It was my grandma, and it was the best decision of my life. I got to do 20 years, do some cool things. A lot of y'all know those cool things. No need to go in that. And now I'm following my dream now, to become a lawyer. And the Army is paying for everything, free of charge. All I got to do is go to class.
Okay.
That's what's up, man. And
good deal.
So all right, boot camp. Being that you're a woman, they obviously. How was your boot camp experience? Was it any different than the men?
No, we trained with guys at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Well, we didn't sleep in the same bunks. Well, some people tried to,
Right.
but
Yeah.
and some people got in trouble for that. But no, we trained together. So we marched together, we ran together, ate chow together, climbed and rappelled the wall, gas chamber together. It wasn't all women over here. No, it was your social and your last name. So no matter you're male and female, you fell in line by your social and your last name. Last four.
Okay.
Right.
So let me ask you this then. Crypto, I know a lot of them boot camps, they shave the men. Do they do the same thing with the women?
No.
Let's say a woman wanted to, could she?
Yeah, some idiots. Some people did that. I don't know why.
Some women actually did it. Actually had a head shave.
Cut my hair.
Damn.
Now you would be shaped, to be fair, like when you wearing the helmet or you wearing the gas mask, you don't want a lot of bulky hair because, like, especially with the gas mask, if it's not tight, that gas is gonna go straight in there. So
you toast.
You'll want your hair to be, flexible enough, and most women know how to put their hair in a ponytail. I would hope so, to make sure it's not bulky. So that way, when you put on, even when you shoot your weapon, when you go what they call the prone position, your helmet goes down in your face. So you don't want a lot of hair to like kind of maneuver that, because then your sight picture when you're firing the weapon is going to change. So some females had to adjust their hair. A lot of girls just braided their hair, just braided, braided it and then put it in a ponytail, and you're good to go.
Yeah, so pretty much for all these people that say stay in a woman's place, you did everything a man could do. Pretty much hung toe to toe with the men.
Absolutely. And I love those people because I still think I could do good PT. Meet me on the track. For those I'm in
meet me in the pool.
If you watching my Twitter, it was some guys that was talking trash in my health and wellness group. And there's a couple of people that waved the white flag after the first day when I did 8 miles. So, you know, I say heart is genderless. If you got heart, it don't matter what your gender is.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of people get twisted because they got a certain genitalia that they think they could just beat a woman. And there's a lot of things that I can't do as a woman. I'm just being honest. Certain things I can't do. But there are certain things I can do, and I do them better than most.
True that.
But
Right.
I love that comment because I know we got a couple, you know, people in the community. And it's all about how they was raised. They may have not been raised by strong women or women that didn't talk back, or they just were okay with their roles. But you're dealing with a different breed here.
No doubt, man. And I've always said it's not what's between your legs; it's between your ears.
Absolutely.
So let's get to the first game. We have an AFC East showdown. Nene's second favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, will be visiting the New York Giants. We'll let you start off first, Nene, and then we'll go Crypto and then myself.
Oh, this easy, especially with my mic troubles. Giants for the W. Cowboys should rest in piss. Giants for the W.
Man. Oh goodness. Damn. I want this upset special. I would pick Giants too, but I'm gonna go Cowboys to bounce back. Don't disappoint me, Dallas. Don't disappoint me. Or else I won't be picky for the rest of the season.
Man.
But yeah, Shake.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Cowgirls right now.
Yeah,
the Dallas Cowgirls right now.
And you know me, I'm biased because my homeboy is a Cowboys fan. So, but I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I still don't believe in their quarterback.
If he wins this game, I'm Daniel Jones fan all the way the rest of the season.
Okay, hell yeah. And now we got the W game of the week. We all know W energy drink. You know, I love it. We have there you go.
The W energy drink.
It's almost as delicious as hot dog water. But W energy drink, Calio cream is my favorite. You click the link in the description below. You get 10% off your first order. They have as a matter of fact, they have one called Granny Water. Y'all, and they're coming out with new flavors all the time. You just add a scoop to your water, and you got energy and focus. None of the crash.
Without the
so with that being said, the W game of the week. And listen, I don't know how people hold grudges or not, but I remember last year, Sean Payton took shots at Nathaniel Hackett, who's the offensive coordinator with the Jets, and then they were chirping back and forth Aaron Rodgers, and you know Aaron Rodgers stuck up for him, so that's one of the reasons I put it there. So, Sean Payton, Aaron Rodgers, I think is looking to make Sean Payton eat his words, and we have the old gun versus the new gun in what the hell's the name of their quarterback? Oh yeah, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, so it's the old gun versus the new gun.
Sounds like a boxer name.
Yeah, Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go here. You know, I wanna say Broncos so bad, but no, I want to win, so I'm going with the Jets.
Oh man, Broncos did get a good win by knocking off the undefeated team, one of the unbeaten teams. I think they take an L. I think I'm going to go with the Jets.
Okay.
They'll be able to stay afloat for one more week, keeping pace with the leaders in the conference. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jets for this one. That's another upset special too. But yeah,
Sound check. I
I'll
got
stick.
y'all on. I got y'all on big screen TV. Can y'all hear me now? I know.
Yes.
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. Woo. Broncos, they playing at home?
Yes. No, they playing in New York.
They playing in New York.
They playing New Jersey. Yeah.
God, I hate this to my soul, but I'm going with the Jets.
So, Nene, just a future reference, the team that's on the right-hand side that's versus on the right of the verses is the home team.
Okay, track and all.
So, so it's there. So you got the Jets?
Yeah, I got the Jets.
Oh, okay. Cool. So it's unanimous Jets. That's an afternoon game, Shake,
Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock game.
All right.
Now I gotta write this down because y'all know I hate losing. So let me go and write this down so I can be checking the scores on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get some scores.
Trust me, it's on wax, so
it's on wax. Oh yeah.
By the way, the spread is Jets minus 75, Denver plus 290. Total points of 39.
39.
Over and under.
Okay.
What do you think is going to go over or under?
I think it might go over.
Over? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be in the 40s.
What, the spread is the tiebreaker? Just in case if there's a
tie?
No.
We just talking.
Y'all just doing what y'all do.
Yeah.
I try to add extra context.
Is it real clear? I think it's because I had the HDMI on because I was doing a conference call earlier today.
Sounds good now.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no,
that's
still a little echoey.
Yeah, it's echo in the background.
We'll take that.
But yeah, Shake.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, so so we all got the Jets in this one.
Yeah, and then it's the battle of the NFC South. The 2-1 Saints are going to Atlanta to take on the 1-win Falcons. And
wow,
Falcons are 2.5 minus 2.5. New Orleans is 1 plus 15, and a grand total of 2.5 points is the total they got for this game. So go ahead.
I'm going to say Atlanta rebounds from a heartbreaking Sunday night loss against the Chiefs. Cousins get his big primetime win.
Well, it's 1 o'clock game, so
it's
prime time somewhere, right?
It's prime, right.
I hate this because I'm picking the Falcons too.
The Falcons, yeah.
I just don't trust the Saints.
Well, I say the Saints are marching in.
Okay.
Oh, look who's
there
here.
Go.
El Capitan. What's going on, El Cap?
What's up?
Come on up if you want.
What up? What up?
What's
Nene.
happening, man?
How you doing, Nene?
Hey, by the way,
what's happening?
Crypto and I, we're challenging you and Tonk. I'm gonna issue this to him tomorrow on TMI.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Insomnia versus El Cap and Tonk 7.
Well, you'll lose. So sorry.
Hey, listen. Hey,
You
listen,
taking pain now, or you taking it later?
You lie to yourself. You lie to whoever.
That's right. I lie to myself. So what? So what? That's how do you think you feel good about yourself? You lie to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it's done.
Hey, listen. Let me get you up to speed. I'll throw you in the mix. Why not? We only 3 games in, so it don't matter. So,
yeah.
Cowboys Giants. Who you got?
I'll just take Cowboys by the slimmest of margins. Because I really do not believe in the Cowboys ever. They are the most flighty team next to the Dolphins that I've ever seen ever. And I really just I'm not bought as much as I'm bought into Tua as much as I'm bought into Dak Prescott. I'm just not bought into the guy. Just never have been.
You might make me change my pick, Cap.
I don't listen. First of all, and I learned this the hard way.
Daniel Jones, man.
I learned this the hard way routinely during football season. Never bet on or against the Cowboys because they will destroy your parlays. I learn it every other week. I remember, oh, God dang it, I messed up. I put Dak Prescott in this. Oh, no, I messed up. This parlay has Dallas connected to it, and I'll hit 4 legs on a parlay, but that 5th leg that is tied to Dallas will break my legs every time.
Yeah, just chop your leg off. All right.
Every time. It never fails, bro. It never fails.
All right, Jets and Broncos.
I'm going to say Broncos.
Uh-oh. You got an upset special there.
I'm going to say the Broncos.
And finally,
Broncos keep that steam rolling, huh?
And this game right here,
Both
Saints
Knicks.
and Falcons.
Oh man, that's a hard game to pick because the Saints are mega overachieving. Alvin Kamara looks like. I mean, does this guy just never? Is he never
like
going
a
to fall
vampire,
off?
man.
He's
He's
like a vampire,
basically.
He's like wine. He's getting better with age,
bro. It feels like he's been doing what he's been doing to the NFL for like a decade at the running back position of all places. It's just crazy. Yeah. Like Ezekiel Elliott gone, Latavius Murray gone. You know what I'm saying? Like all the guys from that running back class are all gone. And this guy's still top 5 in fantasy points? Like it's what?
Right.
It doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna say Saints.
All right, Saints. The Saints
hard fought battle with the Saints, huh?
We got Atlanta our arm. All right. So all right, here we go. We have the 2-1 Eagles taking on the 1-2 Panthers. We'll go Cap, Nene, Crypto, and then myself. Go ahead.
Ladies first, Nene. I mean,
no, you made the last one, so whoever made the last pick.
Okay.
Go first.
Eagles versus Panthers. Eagles, easy. Panthers overachieved. Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket. It's a great story, and they're gonna be a much better football team, but they just look. You always see this with teams when they change coach or change quarterback. Everybody gets like they're all brand new now. You know what I'm saying? There's this new energy, which is really sad for Bryce Young, which I don't think he should ever have been picked in the NFL, much less picked in the first round, much less traded picks to get him in the first round. But that's neither here nor there. Andy Dalton is a good quarterback, but let's not act like he's not anything more than a backup / journeyman right now. And he'll keep it competitive.
Are you calling him Tua?
No. Who? Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton? Going to be back up soon? Is he on that trajectory? Are you ready to make that announcement?
I don't think Tua should be even a backup, bro, personally, with his health the way that it is.
My bad. It's the Eagles. My bad. It's the Eagles taking on the Buccaneers. My bad.
Oh, it's the Bucks.
Damn, Shake.
Eagles.
Bucks and Eagles. Oh, the rematch. Okay, that's the rematch. Okay.
I'm taking Bucks. Dang, Shake.
Got it. Damn.
God, I had such a great take about the Panthers there. I'm screwed. Got to reevaluate, Nene.
Now y'all know I'm in Carolina now. I don't have no issue with them, but I kind of like the colors. But we'll see who they playing this week.
Yeah, I'm not against them. I do like their colors. I think the team's always had a little something there. I liked Cam Newton and hated him at the same time, but I feel like that's unless the quarterback that is clear cut the best quarterback in the league, and he's not on your team, you hate him, right? Like everybody likes Patrick Mahomes. Well, now everybody hates him. I'm taking the Bucks.
Bucks.
Yep, I'm taking the Bucks. I feel like Baker Mayfield and that team continuously want to prove people wrong. They came up short against whatchamacallit last week. So I think they get back on track. And the Eagles are good. They're a really good football team. Honestly, that's going to be a really good game, Eagles and Bucks right now. That's going to be a good game. So, Nene, who you got?
Oh, I'm still going with the Bucks. I'm not the Bucks. I'm sorry, the Eagles. See, now you got me all mixed up. Where'd crypto go? I'm going with the Eagles. I think that they under a lot of pressure to get better. And is it true the curse of the Alabama quarterbacks that all of them are bust? But I think Jalen Hurts going to lead the way. I got the Eagles.
Is Jalen Hurts an Alabama quarterback? Because he got run up out of town and he went to Oklahoma. I think he's an Oklahoma.
I guess unofficially, officially, you could say it.
Well, he got
he's technical with them.
I'll tell you this, Nene and Crypto. When he's winning, Alabama's happy to claim him. When he's losing, they're like, that's why he went to Oklahoma. That's how they play it.
Right. That's how they play it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, Nene, you've got the Eagles. I've got the Bucks.
Crypto, and I've got the Eagles. I got the Eagles. Yeah.
I got the. I'm sorry, it's in Florida, so I got the heat advantage. I'm going with the Bucks.
And it's going to be super hot after the storm we got down here right now too. Yeah. Don't forget, I didn't know it was in Florida. I don't want to call it a.
Yeah, but it's in a night. Is it an evening game or afternoon game?
It don't really matter because it's going to be hot as hell. We're going to get flooding here over the next couple of days, for sure. It'll be gone and dissipated by Sunday, but it'll be when the water sits here in Florida and it's hot like that, and all the empty fields got an inch of water left in it from the last couple of days. It becomes so muggy and brutal out. That's going to be hard to overcome for a visiting football team.
I think Vic Fangio gets to suffocate.
By the way,
this matchup.
Philadelphia is -2.
So it's like a
plus 105, and the total is 45 points. Real quick, El Cap, because you're really good into this. Give me a quick what is the plus and minuses mean?
So plus, well, first of all, when you're at home, you're considered to be +3. Like if things are all equal, the home field advantage in the betting world is met with +3. That means they're winning by 3 points, or excuse me, reverse that. It's -3. So they pick you to win by 3 points. So if you're the home team, they're going to deduct 3 points from you and have negative money on the bet on the money line. On the other side of that, they give the other team plus points. So you can basically, you're taking the Eagles. They could lose the game, but if they lose the game by 1 point, you won your bet. So if you got plus money, they start with 2 points. And if they lose by 3 points, you lost your bet. But if you lose by only 1 point, you win your bet. If it hits 2 points, say there's a safety, right? Or however the math works out to them losing by 2, that's a push and you get your money back and you don't lose your money. You don't win anything either. So that's what the plus and minus on that means. Now, on the bet line when it's minus 105, that essentially means like it's negative money. So you're getting less than 50% odds on that. So like if it was plus 100, if you bet $1, you would get a whole other dollar. Minus 105, I don't know, it's you would get like 45 cents for $1 or something like that. Don't quote me on the math. I'm not an expert on it. I just know
that means you're losing money if you place a bet for the team that's favored.
Well, you still win if you win, but your odds aren't really good, right? So if it's like you want to
the payout is way less.
Exactly. The payout on negative 105 is 45 cents, where the payout on plus 105 is $1.05 on $1 bet. So you're wagering $1 to only win less than 50 cents or 50 cents by betting on a negative team. But typically, so say this game was Bucks were minus 6.5. That means the Bucks are heavy favorites, right? They're getting not only the 3 points at home, but almost a full. They're projected to beat the Eagles by a touchdown, and so you could take the Bucks to win, and have probably even or negative money line on a straight up bet. Where the Eagles, you would probably get plus 125 if you pick them to win, meaning that you would $1 gets you $1.25 back in profit.
Yeah.
So
it's just the odds.
Let's get to the Chef Jew special.
Chef Jew special.
Oh yeah, the game. We all know who Chef Jew is, right? We should all know who Chef Jew is.
I would imagine your audience at this point knows.
Yeah, he is the ambassador of the. So if you don't know who Chef Jew is, well, let me introduce you.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Hey, listen, I bet you Tua loves those Disney cupcakes. Anyway,
I guarantee it.
The Daffy Duck special.
Yeah, but hey, listen, if you're in the Florida area, he delivers cookies now. He delivers cookies. Hit him up.
Just hit him up and reach out. Shoot him on the email or give him a holler. Leave a message. He'll hook it up.
And mention the Finn's Tailgate. You get 10% off your first order, man.
Yeah.
And with that being said, hey, listen, we have a battle of the North. The 3-0 Vikings are going to the 2-1 Packers. I'll go now. I'm gonna say that Brian Flores is gonna exploit Malik Willis's weaknesses, and Packers are gonna go 2-2. I think Vikings are going 4-0, and a lot of the 2-years are gonna hate it, but yeah, I'm going with Vikings on this one.
Am I next?
Mm-hmm.
No, crypto.
Okay.
If Love would have made his return, I would have been picking the Packers to stop the explosion of the Vikings, but I think, Shake, you might be on to something. I say the Vikings edge him out by 1 point on the last second field goal.
So it's going to be 3-2.
Yes.
Nene,
like the Twins and Brewers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all know how I feel about Fidel Flores.
Ain't that right?
Damn. Tell me about it.
Good old Coach Flo, apparently who's my boo. They have done an investigation. My husband is Brian Flores.
You can pick worse guys.
Right.
Dene. You can pick worse one.
I just think I watched the Vikings game. Not just Coach Flo's defense, but it looks like the Vikings are in lockstep on what kind of identity they are. And I like it. So I especially since Jordan Love is not playing, I think Florida is going to come up with a defense. They only score 7 points against the other team, Houston. I got the Vikings, man. We do.
Yeah.
Who you pick,
it's gonna be tough. It's a division match. But yeah,
I'm sticking with the trend. I'm sticking with the trend. Look, first of all, Sam Darnold killing it right now. Looks to be potentially comeback player of the year if he continues this right now.
He's on that track. Yep.
He certainly is. And good for him too, right? Like say what you will about when Sam Darnold was with the Jets. When they drafted him, I was like, damn, if this kid can get it, he's got talent, right? He's got a pro-style quarterback that has talent. That organization didn't take care of him, and he continued to not, have so much opportunities afterwards. And, there was a lot of speculation on him just not being able to cut it in this league and all that stuff. And you could see that there was a dejectedness.
Seeing ghosts, remember that?
Yeah, seeing ghost. But
he came
more so than that, right? Like he became like a joke in a lot of ways. And that's part of the game. But wow, what a turnaround for him. And if he continues, that's a comeback player of the year award. But
but real quick, El Cap, you touched on something that I want to talk about. That's one thing that the Tua detractors have been telling everybody. The only person who could change the narrative on Tua is Tua, and right now Sam Darnold, he hasn't done it yet, but he is changing. He's slowly starting to change the narrative on him. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Tua should go to another team and change the narrative on him. That's what he should do.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. You change the scenery as a healer,
exactly
right?
What Shake just said, right? That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Anyhow, between Sam Darnold doing what he's doing, Brian Flores, who's got that defense humming, and Packers don't have their starting quarterback, Jordan Love, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I like Malik Willis. I think he's a good enough football player, but historically, the Vikings, the Packers have had their number. Packers have owned most of that division. Division's kind of shook up right now. Lions seem to be the big dogs there, but the Vikings today, it's just another piece of this potential story where the Vikings, take this from being a cute little story to actually being a real solid program on both sides of the ball. They got the best wide receiver in the game right now. Tyreek Hill, that was up for debate last year with how good Tyreek Hill is, but ever since he was voted the number one player in the whole league, he ain't looked like it, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Justin Jefferson looks unstoppable. So to me,
reclaim his title. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson looks literally unstoppable. Sam Darnold looks like a guy who's finally found a home for at least a short while. I know they've got what's his name that they drafted, but again, and Brian Flores got that defense humming, and probably right now my favorite non-Miami Dolphins player in the league that I will continue to watch, Andrew Van Ginkel on that team. I fucking miss that guy. I loved that guy. I fucking loved him. I miss him still. But is what it is. So I expect them to win and this to be, not fake. This isn't a cute story. This isn't something that they're going to feather out in. I expect them to beat the fucking brakes off of the Packers and make a statement game.
Yeah. So real quick, speaking of Chef Jew, two things I want to talk to you about, because I want to do a little interview with you, and then we'll do the games in between. So two things. Number one, I want to know y'all had the chow hall, right? Not the mess hall. What will you eat? What would you get? Correct?
Who is that for? Me or crypto?
No, for you.
Oh, so we as chefs, we have a problem with the mess hall or the chow hall. It is now called the Warrior Restaurant.
Okay.
Just make sure I'm clear.
Wait a second, Nene. I got a follow-up question. Sorry to interject.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys is that something you all picked, or is
Well,
like, do you like
be
that
honest,
name?
is that there's a lot of background into why it was called the mess hall. Not trying to give everybody a long soliloquy, but when they opened up the military for other people to serve, if you catch my drift, that was a derogatory term to call it mess. The mess sergeant, the mess daddy. That was still in regards to the transition of segregation and to include when women were allowed to serve. That was one of the first jobs that was available. So there's a lot of negative connotation with those terms.
I did not know this, Nene. That's crazy. I mean, I see where your points are, right? We know historically, quite some time ago, but we know who they would put in the quote unquote kitchen, it being called the mess hall, giving it a negative connotation to it. Yeah, I understand I understand exactly what you're saying. I didn't know this. This is news. Not news, obviously, but news to me. I'm not fucking with the military, but continue. I'm sorry to interrupt.
So in 2016, what used to be named Fort Lee, Virginia, I don't know the name. I think it's called something George, something different. They proposed a bill to change the name, along with all of the Confederate stuff, that this word was not describing when people get out the military, to have it on your resume as you worked at a restaurant versus. So there's a lot of different layers on why they changed the name. But the ending was they were trying to make sure when people got out the military as cooks, they even changed the name from cook to culinary specialist.
Specialist, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're a culinary specialist. Yep.
That's great to hear. Honestly, that's awesome. Because they're even in like movies or cartoons, when they show the military and the cook is always the incapable one. They're not the fighter. They're disgusting. Everybody complains about the food. You know what I'm saying? Like it always had this.
It always had a bad negative imagery.
Yeah, it always had a bad negative imagery to it.
And it had a fat dude and a wife beater, pretty much.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's the image.
Nails and spitting them into the freaking stew. You know what I'm saying? Something gross like that.
Right.
Yeah, and they did a lot of studies from when veterans. That's the one thing the VA is good, Department of Defense, that when cooks were getting out, like their accreditations wasn't viewed the same because of what we called the job. So like when I got out, it was called like a senior management leader, something different than just NCO, because that doesn't make sense. So a lot of that word had changed for a lot of reasons, but the initial one is the mess hall comes from when they open up the doors to other people that are marginalized. So that's
wow. So real quick, Nene, I want to just get clarification on that. So to my uneducated self, right, I hear it being called the mess hall and not knowing what you're saying. I just figured that's where they eat. That's where they make a mess. But you're saying they declared it a mess because they allowed segregation.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one of those because, again, the infantry was one place that, they allowed, people of color to serve. But definitely when the women were allowed to join, it was an added layer of calling it mess.
Gotcha. So they were kind of it became a double entendre, really.
Right.
Where it had underlying meanings. They're like, yeah, this is the department of the military that's a mess because we're allowing these people and now ladies and things like that. That's crazy. I did not know that. That's thank you for that tidbit. That's crazy.
And if you want more research, anybody that's listening, if you they have Fort Lee is the home of where women were allowed, is where the Women War Museum is. That's where I learned it, because when I went through my culinary school and I had a couple of classes, they teach you the story of the origin of the words and why they were fighting so hard to get them changed.
Well, I think, and at the minimum, right, outside of the the cold hard facts of the history behind things. At the very minimum, this is people go to the military, you have a job, and then there's schooling and stuff like that you learn. And the hope is that you're not just a soldier. You could take skills learned in the military to translate to the workforce. And cooking seems, I don't want to say for the layman, right? It seems like something, oh yeah, you're a cook, you can get jobs as a cook. The problem is, you're not there. It's full catering. It's much bigger, and the translation through the terminology isn't recognizing the work that was done, and you're starting from nothing. That's ridiculous. And that's great to hear that they changed it for those reasons too. Like that's awesome.
Yep. Not to derail it, but yeah, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it, especially like when you get older service members that don't know the changes and they like, I hate it. But it was a bigger reason because again, once these guys got out the military, what are you putting on the job resume?
Yeah.
And they had to change. Like they now have what they call a ALU, is an Army Logistics University. So that way you get college credit and actual certifications once you get out, so you can still compete with the civilian world.
That's great. That's great.
And
That's
one
awesome.
last thing, and the other top thing I want to talk about was when I first heard you in the spaces, I heard you mention that you got to cook for the White House of Obama. I would like to know. There goes El Capitan. Was that Michael Jackson?
No, that's that was a caricature I went on Colors today. I was ill prepared for it, but that's the sorcerer.
Okay.
We were talking about. I don't mean to get off topic because I want to hear all this with Nene's tale about the White House cooking, but I'll just give you a real quick rundown. There's all these sources coming out. The team's telling us one thing while the NFL's saying another about Tua's health, and he's healthy to play and practice, but he hasn't seen a doctor yet. He's going to Disney on Ice and flying, but he's on IR. Like, there's all these different things. And he's like, who are these sources? So I came on as the sorcerer. It's a guy. It does kind of look like Michael Jackson, but I don't think that's Michael Jackson.
But go ahead, Nene.
Good. Yeah. Tell us about this White House. Look what you did, Shake. Look what you did.
Yeah, she's back.
Lucky she came back, Shake. Lucky she came back.
I told you this internet in the hotel is horrible, but go ahead. You were about to ask me a question.
Yeah, about you said when I first heard you in spaces, you said you cooked for Obama in the White House. I want to know about. Please tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it was weird.
What was the typical meal?
How'd this come to be? And
what was the typical meal that you would cook for him too?
Yeah, what was the event and what was the dish?
Well, it was weird because my initial application, the executive, the Pentagon, they also have a building that's militaries and things of that nature. So when I put in my application, that's what I was applying for. What I didn't know is that they had.
Oh no, we're losing her a little bit. Shake.
Yeah, she got to break up.
Have recruiters, feeders. They have personal chefs, and they send people to like watch who's in school. They get to pick who they want. So
you got scouted.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And initially, I was going to turn it down because one of the reasons why they said is because of. Essentially,
Nene, you're kind of breaking up.
I had to really have a conversation.
Nene, you're kind of breaking up. We keep you're like getting ready to make a point. We can't hear it. Maybe try jumping in and back.
It's good too. It's getting good too.
It's getting good. I'm hanging on every word. Good. I'm hanging on every word, bro. She was like, I was gonna not take it. I'm like, why?
Yeah, can y'all hear? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Start over. So you got recruited.
So I initially was applying for the Pentagon. That's where I wanted to be cooking. His recruiter literally came up to me and was like, "Do you want to work for the man?"
Crazy.
President Obama, and he's like, "I ain't gonna lie, your height, the Democrat."
Damn.
I was struggling with that because I didn't want to be what they call it, a DEI hire.
Yeah.
to check a block. I wanted my talent.
I see. Yeah, you have pride.
And then, people would take that away from you. You're only here because of demographics. But then, and she's like, girl, you better take this. So it's.
She's got to reconnect, Shake.
Yeah, you're breaking up in and out.
It's like a circle. It's like you're good every 8 seconds, and then you're good. Not
Hold
good
on,
for like 4.
1 second.
Yeah.
Y'all feel the time. I'm gonna do.
Okay, yeah, we got you.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's getting so good. I'm like hanging on, like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
One thing I learned about in the blender, right, is my preparation questions.
Yeah, you got them hooked. You got some good.
You said preparation or perspiration?
That too, Shake.
Damn. Not to be confused with preparation H.
Preparation. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. Shake is on preparation H.
and remember, hold on real quick. Remember, Austin Powers 2 when he called it Operation Preparation. He goes, so Operation Preparation H feels good on the whole.
He goes, yeah, it feels good, on the whole.
Feels good on.
Man, those are some of the best.
Was that strong enough for a man, made for a woman? Was that the? Oh no, that's a secret. That's a secret. Okay.
You ever hear that
strong
Rob
enough
Lowe?
for a man, made for a woman.
You ever hear that Rob Lowe story? When he went and did Austin Powers, and he's like, oh, it's like a movie, and he's like, I'm an actor and stuff. He goes, but when I realized how. Like he goes, he had all this stuff. Oh, it's a comedy. It's all this stuff, Michael Myers, yada yada yada. And he was like, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a joke. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then he goes there, and the first scene he's got is with Michael Myers, and he's fat bastard, and he's like, it looks just like a little baby. Oh, and he said that he completely improvised that entire scene.
Damn.
And he was like, damn, this guy's fucking a genius. I better, get my shit together. But yes, Nene, please. All right. So you got spotted from a recruiter. You didn't want it to feel like it was a DEI hire. And I think it was your mom or your friend or somebody that said, take the job.
Well, I think she's still getting situated.
I don't think she heard you.
All right.
Huh?
Did you hear me? Did you hear what El Cap said?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So basically, it was rotation. It was at Camp David for 6 months, and it was a great experience. I'll just tell you that. Y'all guys are spinning again.
No, you're good. Or at least, what was the typical dish that you would cook? What was a typical dish that you used to cook?
We used to get menus, just like with like Secretary of Defense Lloyd, same type of narrative. Like the wife has so much to do with it. Like they kind of predict like what they eat, and then you just follow suit. They were pretty cool. They came back with the staff, first lady and this, that, and the other. Spent a lot of time with her more than him per se.
Okay. Yeah, he's leader of the free world. He's probably busy, Probably got some shit on his plate, That's great.
I know that she, for instance, she appreciated my soul food cooking.
That's great. That's awesome.
Man, I would love to have your soul food cooking. Cause I love me some soul food. I
love soul food.
Especially the collard greens with the apple cider vinegar, right? Nene?
That's what I'm gonna say, Jake. That's what I'm gonna say. Make sure you get that. The chopped onions and some pepper.
You never piss off people, so I didn't want to stay, so I end up extend. So I ended up having to go to Korea for a year after that. But it was still special. And
what you had to what?
No, well, to extend, because it was just a rotation. Because normally The Navy is his personal team, not the Army. But this was just a pilot program that they were doing where they just picked allegedly the best cooks from each branch. And I got selected. So
that's awesome.
All right. So let's get back to this football. Now, this is the real Panthers game. And one of the reasons I knew this wasn't the right game because this is what you call a revenge game.
Or a cat fight?
No, we have the Red Rifle is taking on the team that abandoned him.
In a cat fight. Panthers versus Bengals.
They did.
Yep. In Carolina.
I think the Red Rocket get turned into the Red Robin.
So, Cap, you picked last, or you picked again?
Bengals are reeling right now, fellas. The stuff with Jamar Chase, every time I turn around, there's some side talking. Somebody's on Instagram, somebody's on, reports, and they're saying, Jamar Chase is getting the Calvin Johnson treatment and all this stuff, right? The Bengals just look like they've got other problems right now. And I don't think they're gonna I just don't think they're gonna have it solved in time. And I think the Panthers get their second win with the Red Rocket, dude. I'm picking the Panthers.
All right.
That's brutal. I'm going to go with the Bengals to get off the schneid. They turn it around here and make their run.
Nanny, what do you
got? Off the schneid. What? You heard me, Shake?
Yeah, Bengals.
Oh, okay.
I got Panthers just to be different from Crypto. I got Panthers.
Smart move, Nene. Smart move.
You guys are just throwing away games, man. Y'all throwing away games.
And I also got the Panthers. And listen,
y'all can't be throwing away games like this.
I got a hot take. Everybody. Y'all ready for this hot take? The Bengals are secretly tanking for Cam Ward, and being that Joe Burrow is injury prone, Chris Greer is chomping at the bits to trade for him.
Oh, word. Now that I would. First of all, Dolphins really wanted Joe Burrow. That I wouldn't be surprised about, but I think you're wrong on both those takes. But yes,
that's why it's called a hot take, I guess. I'm going with the Panthers.
Yeah. Hey, you said what you say, Shake?
He said the Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
What's next?
You guys going for the upset special, man.
0-3 Jags versus the 2-1 Texans.
Well, you went last, Shake.
Yeah, so I'm going. I'm gonna keep it simple and say the Texans because the Jags are fucking. Yeah.
Jags are a dumpster fire.
I am picking the Jags. I am picking the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence, who, if you guys watched a little bit of on the sidelines, was losing his collective shit on what seems to be the head coach, right? I think him and Doug sit down quarterback to quarterback and figure something out. And that defense gets, turned up because the Jags offense finally shows up in week 4 and they end up beating the Texans to change the narrative to go, hey, the division in the AFC South is wide open. Wide open.
All right.
Crypto?
Yeah, do your thing.
I'm going to go with the Texans. The Texans. This one will be easy. I got the Texans 53-0.
Jesus.
Hey, listen. It's a dumpster fire down there. Man. It's a dumpster fire.
By the way, Houston is given negatives is negative 6.5 right now. Minus 6.5.
Take Jacksonville plus the points just to be safe.
230. Yeah, Jacksonville plus 230.
No, that's them to win. Plus the points would be Jacksonville's plus 6.5, meaning that they could still lose the game, but as long as they don't lose by a touchdown or more, you'd win your bet.
Mm-hmm. And they're predicting the total score will be 45.
That sounds about right. That means each team, 21.5 points each, or 22.5 points each.
Total.
Who you got? The Texans or
wait a minute? The total is 40, right?
45.
45.
Oh, okay. That means the Texans scoring all 45 of them.
Jeez.
Who you got, Nene?
I'm with Cap. I think Jags get off the snide. I think Flores kind of exposed some stuff with the Texans. I don't know if y'all watched that game, but I really think Flores.
Well, only Flo can do it, Nene. You make a mistake. Flo does this to a lot of good quarterbacks. Stop. Stop while you're ahead. He does that to a lot of good quarterbacks.
But listen. No, you know what? People don't realize.
It is a copycat league.
But you don't realize is the fact that I think one of the reasons why he was successful back to back is because Flores knows how to stop that Shanahan offense.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
And Texans run a variation of that Shanahan offense.
The only thing that
but it's slightly different.
The only thing Flores can't
game trickery,
which is
they don't use a lot of trickery.
Coordinators can't game plan against, and that's a quarterback that can escape the pocket, buy time with his legs, and receivers get off of their routes and play football freely. That's the only thing that Flores can't scheme up and beat.
Who do your tax?
Nobody can. So, but yeah, Nene, you're on my side, Nene.
Oh, absolutely. I just think the Jags, like when we played them, they played us pretty good, but I think we're pretty bad too. But I think they're due for that to get off the snide, and plus I got to keep crypto honest.
I feel that.
Yep.
All right.
What's next?
We got the 3-0
Colts Steelers. Oh my God.
I'm gonna keep it simple and say the Steelers.
Man.
Oh, it's Nene's. This
is a trap game. This is a trap game for me, man.
Who you got, Nene?
I'm interested because you said the home team is on that right hand side, and I just know they don't play in the same conference, but I don't know. This is my upset special. I got the Colts. Got an upset.
Wait, Cap.
I'm taking Colts too. I'm right there with Nene. I think the Steelers have overachieved. They're all high on Justin Fields. They're like Russell Wilson who, and I think Justin Fields looks like Justin Fields of old. Meanwhile, AR-15 is going to look like Lamar Jackson, and they're going to win the game. And then next week is going to start the talks of, hey, maybe they should start thinking about throwing Russell in there. And that's what I think. Colts.
Yeah, no, actually, he's gonna make Mike Tomlin's gonna make Anthony Richardson look like Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow in college or Tim Tebow
in the pros?
Tim Tebow
in the pros.
Now when he played the Dolphins, by the way.
The quarterback that played in the playoffs and looked fucking great and had his coming out game against Miami.
Yes.
In the NFL, or
the one when he played the second round against the Patriots.
When he played as a running back.
Well, no, actually, when he played tight end for the Jags.
That's right. Yeah, when he was tight end / fullback. Okay, so Jacksonville Tim Tebow is what AR-15 is going to look like. All right,
go ahead, Crypto. Who you got?
I'm going to go Steelers subject to change.
Okay. Let's go through these real quick. 1 and 2 Rams versus 1 and 2 Bears. Excuse the other one.
Here's my upset special.
They're both
Bears.
1 and 2. There's no upset.
It don't matter. I'm calling it an upset. Goddammit.
He's picking the Bears.
I'm picking the Bears, the monsters of the Midway. Monsters of the Midway, the Bears.
I got the Bears.
I got the Rams.
I got the Rams too. Sam Bradford gonna light it up, and everyone's gonna go. Man, the Bears can't pick a quarterback to save their franchise.
All right, we have the 2-1 Commanders taking on the 1-2 Cardinals.
I'm gonna. Dang, dude, this is a hard.
Real quick. Let me get. The spread is Arizona -3.
So Arizona is favored in this game, which is wild. Arizona being favored in this game is kind of crazy because the Commanders with the rookie Daniels, which I never understood it, right? To me, Jaden Daniels was clear-cut the most dynamic of all the quarterbacks to come out of the draft. And the fact
best
that
quarterback in the draft,
hands down, Crypto, a bunch of fucking dumbass haters is all I could see.
Yeah.
I can't believe they picked 2 quarterbacks before that kid. What a bunch of dummies.
I know.
What I'm saying? How stupid do you have to be? He looked, you know what Jaden Daniels looked like? He looked like Deshaun Watson that knew a playbook back to front. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Watson had all this superior talent. Jaden Daniels looks like that, but looks like a guy who's like an astute student of the game as well. Like the kid, to me, dude, he's gonna be great for a long time. Mark my words. Jaden Daniels is gonna be around this league for a long time. That being said, it's gonna be a close football game. It's gonna be a
shootout.
It's gonna be a shootout, bro. I agree.
I'm thinking something like 51-48 score.
Yeah. What's the point total?
The point
should be like 95.
50.5.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna be a high point.
That's the kind of game you're gonna get. You're probably gonna get north of that. I would take the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
I would take the over at 50 points, which is a lot, but I don't care. This is gonna be a shootout, and I say Commanders win it.
Yep, the over, man.
Crypto, who you got?
I got the Commanders. I like what Washington did. Wish we would have did it. This kid is special. That quarterback they got there.
He's good.
So I got the Commanders. Cardinals in trouble.
All right.
I got Commanders in a close shootout, 51-48.
Jesus.
All right.
What did you take, Shake?
I got the Commanders. My bad.
Okay.
We got the 1-2 Browns taking on the 1-2 Raiders.
God, this is a game I don't want to watch.
This game is going to be 6-0 Browns.
That's exactly what it's going to be. I'm with Crypto. I think 10-12 Browns.
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
Browns. You said?
This is the Ugly Bowl.
Yeah. What do you got, Nene?
I got the Raiders. Good old Christian is going to be doing his booty shaking in the end zone. You know, it's just because the Dolphins are so much in turmoil. Other people are going to have great games from other teams.
By the way, I brought up the fact that the Raiders' run defense is worse than ours.
Jesus.
Well, that makes sense. They got the guy that they paid $100+ million to the answer. That whatever. What do you got, Shake?
I got the Browns. What can Brown do for you?
What's next?
All right. The Cooking Folk Game of the Week. Nene, you got your apron, right?
It's retired, but I could still put it on from time to time. But go on.
And, of course, you know, it's football season. There's a lot of barbecues. Click on the link. Go to the Finn's Tailgate website. Pick yourself up. We got white and black. Look sporty this tailgate season, man. If you're gonna cook with some Cooking Folk apron, man. Great material. I tell you what, it is also a stocking stuffer. I know it's too early for Christmas.
Getting early, but it's definitely a great stocking stuffer.
Hell yeah, great stuff. Anyway, the Cooking Folk Game of the Week. is the 3-0 referees taking on the 2-1 Chargers. I mean the 3-0 Chiefs taking on the 2-1 Chargers.
Chargers man
are absolutely obliterated top to bottom with injury. Chargers aren't going to win this game or another game for a while. Chiefs are going to walk away with this victory. It's going to be like 28 to like 17 or 13, but it's going to be Chiefs are going to be running out the clock from the third quarter on because they just don't care. They know they could throttle this team at any given moment and march down the field and put points on the board. The Chiefs are gonna they're gonna throttle back for the NFL. This is why the refs cheat for the Chiefs. This is why the NFL loves the Chiefs, because that team has the ability to make a game closer than it actually seems and manipulate betting lines and all that good stuff. That's what this team can do. That's why they're beloved by the refs.
Yeah, Kansas City is given is minus 7.5.
That means that they expect the Chargers to lose by 8 or more points. Typically, that would mean a field goal and a touchdown of 10 or more points, because they don't really, whatever, dude. It's not even going to be close. It's not going to be a fun football game to watch either, unless you're a Chiefs fan and you just want to beat up on the Chargers.
Yeah, the chefs, man, the chefs.
You got the chefs?
Nene, yeah, I got the chefs.
Same thing, Kansas City. I got them.
All right.
No upset specials. Okay.
No. Everybody will be shocked if Chargers win.
I know it would.
It would be an absolute stunner, bro. A stunner. We would get Stone Cold Steve Austin stunned.
Steve Austin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody would wake up in a daze smelling like stale beer.
Yeah. For sure. Right. For sure.
We have the 1-2 Patriots versus the 1-2 49ers. This is my upset special. I think, like I said, Flores, they know how to stop. The Belichick defense knows how to stop the Shanahan offense. And Mayo is cut from that same cloth. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one.
Damn. That was the game to pick the upset special in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm picking with the 49ers.
You're going 49ers. I mean, I would.
They can disappoint me, man. I think the Patriots win, but I'm picking the Niners.
The Niners are struggling and reeling right now.
They
right?
are real. They are.
They're struggling and reeling, and they've got some injuries. Meanwhile, the Patriots that aren't decimated by injuries are just kind of struggling a little bit. They didn't, when they won that game week 1. They haven't been able to offensively do that. To me, if Ramondre Stevens has over 100 plus all-purpose yards, the Patriots win this game. If they can get back to, just a play action type of, run first, just regular old Patriots football, they could beat the Niners right now. I wondered, though, is it
Does
Brissett?
Drake May start?
That's right. Is it Brissett or is it May that starts? If it's Drake May, I'm picking them to lose. If it's Jacoby Brissett, I'm picking them to win. So right now I'm going to take the Niners, but I'm putting a contingency on it. To me, if it's Jacoby Brissett out there, they're going to win. If it's Drake May, they're going to lose. So
you got the Niners. If anything, if you want to change your pick, just text me, call me before the game. It's 4:00, and
I don't need to do that because if we'll know, right? Like, if Drake May plays that whole game, I'll be like, yeah, I stuck with the Niners. If it's fucking Brissett and they win, I'll be like, yeah, that's what I meant.
So all right. Depending on who the starting quarterback is, that's gonna be your answer.
That's right.
All right, awesome.
But everybody's consensus on Niners, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Except for me, Pats.
You're taking Pat.
Shake Money got the Pat. He got the upset special.
All right, here we go.
Fanatics game of the week.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
That's right. Listen, they got hockey, any sports where you could think of. Click on Fanatics. The link is here, description. It'll let them know that we sent you, and it helps the channel. Right, Cap?
Yep, it lets them know we're serious business folk.
So with that being said,
another great way to do is just go to tftgnetwork.com and click the Fanatics through the Fanatics through the website. That helps out too.
So we got the 3-0 Bills taking on the 1-2 Ravens.
Nene, I want to know where you land on this first before I make my pick.
Well, I mean, I know Josh Allen is doing great things, but I think the Ravens get off the snide. And, well, they already got a win, but I think they'll get this win.
Yeah.
And I think it won't be as close as many people think. I got the Ravens.
Nene,
I agree with Nene on that one.
Yeah, we're me and you are simpático on this one. I got the Ravens too.
Man, this is about as much of a pick'em game that there could be. If the Ravens didn't put on the performance and win like they did last game, it would be easy to pick the Bills. But it, like Nene says, and this is the Baltimore Ravens with Harbaugh. They consistently are consistent. Yeah, they might have some rough patches here and there, but they get it figured out and start playing Ravens football. Run it, run the ball hard, have a couple of different backs, doing the workload. They have Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. This is going to be a hell of a game. If Lamar, here's what I'm going to predict. I'm going to predict the Ravens to win, right? But if Lamar is the one that's having to do all of the scoring by running, if Lamar's got to get, over 100 yards rushing, I think they lose.
Yeah.
I think they lose and the Bills win because the Bills have shown me dating back to last season that they've learned how to become a balanced football team. And I'll be honest, on offense, they've learned how, and now with a young defense that hasn't missed a beat, they look like the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
I know we got the Super Bowl Chiefs and everything, but if this team stays balanced on offense, they look like nobody can beat them, and that's a scary, scary thought, bro.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
But I'm taking the Ravens because I fucked the Bills.
Yeah.
Damn. So we got Ravens across the board. Damn.
Yeah.
Not a surprise, huh?
Now they're gonna lose. Damn it.
That means they're going. Damn. We just jinxed it.
Yeah.
Damn.
We did.
And finally, before we do that, Nene, hopefully we can get you. So now you are studying to be an attorney, all thanks to the Army, correct?
That is a fact.
God bless the military.
So
taking care of their own.
You're also a paratrooper. What was that like?
It feels like every day being a Dolphins fan.
What a perfect,
it is. That's a perfect analogy.
What a perfect analogy. Wow.
Perfect. It's like being a Dolphins fan. That is so perfect. That is
thrown out in the danger.
Did the first jump feel like the 100th jump or did it get easier?
I mean, it's never easy because you hear people that get injured, you see people that get injured. You get shorter, believe it or not. Jumping like that, you get shorter. And it's just that thrill of, I don't know if this is going to be the jump. And it literally being a Dolphins fan, I don't know if this is going to be the year, but whatever it is, it's going to scare me to death. So
what was your most, I would say your most scariest jump that you have a scary moment where,
or scariest landing? How about that?
Yeah. Scariest landing.
All of them. I was that one that was always nervous. All of them. I can't think of like one that was just smooth. All of them. And you do it because when you're young, you chasing at the like in the Army in particular, they want you to do things such as airborne, air assault, drill sergeant, recruiter, because now you can get promoted. And a lot of people, and especially being here where I'm at right now, North Carolina, Fort Bragg is the home of the airborne. So there's a lot of pressure to go airborne. But no, it was never. Now I won't talk trash about it, but it wasn't nothing that I was always excited to do. Especially when you do land and you gotta get all that stuff together, and you still gotta meet where at the landing zone. You still gotta meet up and do other things. So that's a lot. I think the smoothest thing is when you actually get out and you open it and you can see the world from like a cool view. Mm-hmm. But then it's getting ready to get time to land.
Calm before the storm.
Yeah. It's just like y'all all been on airplanes, right? You ain't jumped out of one, but you know how it is when you finally get up and you look out your window like, oh, that looks beautiful, and then you got
checkered. It's all checkered. And stuff.
Yeah, I did the rappel practice though, Lene. That's the only thing I did. The helicopter rappel practice from the large towers. We did those. But yeah, I never jumped out of an actual one that was flying though.
I'm telling you right now, well, they ain't the best. Best in shape. But I'm telling you what, you'll be amazed what you can do under pressure. You'll be amazed what kind of hero you become.
Oh yeah, humans are not as limited as we think we are. We're capable of a lot. That's awesome. That's cool. It's a good experience to have. That's for sure.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: when you were in the what was like, for instance, what when you had what kind of gun did you have when you were in the Army?
I want to. Well, you know what? M16.
What kind of weapon? Girl. What kind of weapon?
Sorry, it should be the standard one, M16, right?
Yeah, M16 A2.
M16 should be the
But I will be honest. When I got hit at Fort Bragg, they didn't care you were a female. So my weapon for 15 months was the saw. And the saw ain't no joke. Saw has female bullets, male bullets. Literally, it is heavy. Is why I got the bad back that I do is carrying that thing around. So I didn't have what they call a musket, which was the M16 A2. But I used to love the M4, which is in the same model. It's just a little bit lighter and cooler to carry around. But that's saw. But if you're talking about weapons, I fired the grenade launcher. We all fired grenades off. I've been on the 50 cal, the Mark 19. There hasn't been a weapon I haven't fired. And you wouldn't think that. See, people would look at my picture and be like, "No way, she's lifting and all of that stuff." But when I was very young, especially here in at Fort Bragg, everything that they I signed up for. Let's do it. Just to say I had the experience. But my favorite weapon though was the grenade launcher with the M16 attached. Because if we really got into the stuff,
you talking about the M206,
That's you talking about that? Oh yeah, you talking about the gun that Scarface had?
No. What?
No.
Was it?
No.
I don't know. I think he had the 206.
Yeah, he had the bigger caliber, but yes, same ideology. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if we really was into the stuff, I want to be able to at least get a 25-mile radius on you, and then do some sharp shooting from there. But that was that exercise when I was here at Fort Bragg and we did live fire with that weapon. Oh, that was pretty fun. When I did the 50 cal, I actually got us killed, and I exercised because I wasn't looking around. And in the film, they was like, "Who is that person on truck 2?" And it was literally me, and I was trying to hide. They was like, "Yeah, your sniper was to your 3 o'clock, and you didn't see him." So I never wanted to get in the gun truck after that. I didn't want to get nobody hurt or me. But that it's the 203 crypto. The M203 is the grenade launcher attached with the M16 A2.
You're right. 203. Yeah, that's right. 203. Yeah.
See, now y'all got me talking like I done hung all that up. I'm thinking about going to the range, given what kind of climate we in right now. I may want to go back to the range and requalify on some stuff.
The M203, that's my favorite one though.
The one I hated was the what you see in movies is the 9mm. I hated the 9mm because TV gives you this false impression that you could just flip that thing sideways and just blop. blah, blah. But it don't work that way. And I tried to do that on the live fire. I almost got tackled by the safety. They're like, no, you can't hold a weapon like that, because it does have a kick. It does have a little kickback. If you got weak wrist, that thing hit you right in the face. You could really hurt somebody. But I hated a lot of people like that weapon, because you could just walk around with a shoulder on your right hip, and you don't have to walk around with the bulk of the M16 A2. But I didn't like firing it. If I was in something, I would want that 203. That 203, we can go to work. I could switch some settings and put that thing on blast, and we could have some fun. You remember
that 9mm? Was it a Beretta or what? Like a P90? What was it?
I would say it was it wasn't a Beretta family. It kind of looks like a Glock, but it's not. But I was trying to act like I was on South Street.
I got you.
I was only 19, so and they said, "Oh, you're going to the M9 range." I was like, "Oh, okay." And the safety wasn't looking. And Crypto could tell you, boy, if you don't do something right on the range, the safety can do things to create safety. It was like,
well, yeah,
Roger Davis, what are you doing?
Yeah, they don't want any friendly fire.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna look around and see if I can go to a weapon. You can release a lot of steam on that weapon system, because you could switch the gears on that from the M4 settings into the grenade launcher settings, which you could really do some work.
Well, now, I hate. Look, I know it's movie, but like in the movie Forrest Gump, right? They have, how they make you take your part of weapons and put it back. What was your timing? If they made you?
I was never fast. When I first joined the Army, I was in Korea, and Crypto know what I'm getting ready to say. As a black, I didn't have to do too much. People cleaned my weapon for me. But when I got to brag, I had to really learn how to clean those weapons. And I tell you, you're bringing back nightmares, Shake, because your weapon was never clean. You would think that it's clean, and then you turn it in, and you gotta go back and clean it again. Like, golly, and just all that oil to put it back together. I never timed myself, but Bragg always taught us about not rushing to failure, making sure you clean the weapon, you clean it right. Because if you go out there and just try to be fast with it, and then you go on the range, you could have a misfire or a jam or something like that. So I never was about speed, but efficiency, if that makes sense. So I never timed myself.
Okay, that's what's up. Hell yeah. All right. Okay, we're gonna go through one last game, and then I have 2 more questions, and we could call it a wrap. And then once again, I appreciate you, Nene. And it is the T.F.T.G game of the week.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Finn's Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Finn's Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
All right, and like I said, click the link. I got my T.F.T.G right here. The Vice. I bought this Vice City. I ordered it on a Thursday. It came in on Tuesday, but today, every week, I'm gonna feature a new shirt from the Finn's Tailgate, and today's featured shirt is, and I guess, and it's gonna come in a timely manner. Straight out of Concussion.
Straight out of Concussion Protocol, baby.
That's right.
Straight out of Concussion Protocol. It says Protocol there at the bottom. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It comes in different colors, man. Click the link. And like I said, we thank you for your support. Of course, we all know the game is. It's the 0-3 Titans taking on the 1-2 Dolphins. Our boogeyman. I'm gonna say, of course, you know me. I'm gonna say Miami, because last time the Titans were the underdogs. I think this time we're the underdogs, and I think we're gonna give them a payback upset. Crypto.
This was the game that I've been waiting on, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
And say the Dolphins.
I had this as our first loss of the season. So I had originally, regardless of who was our quarterback, I said we were guaranteed to lose this game going into the season. And I haven't seen anything to change my mind. So I'm picking the Titans to win this game. Giving the Dolphins their first loss of the season.
The Titans are worse.
Yeah, we hear you now.
I said, as bad as we are, the Titans are worse. And I just think that Mike McDaniel, I know he's gotten some heat, but I think the pressure is on for him this game in particular. This could be a watershed moment for Mike McDaniel. And I think he learns from his lesson. I hope I'm right. And I think that we win this game. If we don't win this game, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I got us for the dub.
Then it's on for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
oh my God.
Listen, it's a sad day for Dolphins fans when we talk about a team like the hapless 0-3 Titans that we need to. This is a revenge game. This is our boogeyman. This is something we got to get up for. When on paper and what this team should be, we should be looking through this opponent with an absolute, they're nothing. This should be a college team we're going against. The problem is the Dolphins, in particularly on offense, look to have no dog, no fight, not a worry in the world. Knowing all these facts, I don't feel good. I think the only reason the Dolphins I'm picking to win this game is because Will Levis is going to lose it for his team like he's been doing. That the Dolphins come out with a victory in this game, but they didn't win it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Titans lose this game. The Dolphins.
You're saying the Jaguars repeated week 1 is what you're saying. But that's exactly what happened in week 1.
Minus
for the most part.
Minus the offense putting together 2 solid drives. Yes, I'm saying that. That's what we're gonna get on a Monday Night Football, and then, we're gonna win, but it is going to be and they're like, oh, I'll take an ugly win over a loss any day. It's gonna be one of the ugliest wins we've ever seen in Miami.
Uglier than the Jacksonville Jaguars win?
Way uglier.
Uglier than that one. So you saying make a 60-yard field goal, bounce it off both uprights, and split it through the middle?
No, I'm talking each the Dolphins might end up with 17 points and the Titans end up with 13, and both teams had defensive touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna look at. That's what we're looking at.
Whoa. 2 defensive scores.
One.
So basically, we're winning by defensive.
I'm telling you, I would take a bet on any time touchdown on both of these teams at defense right now for this game.
Man, that's a pretty good bet, man. You win a lot of money on that one. I think I might place that bet.
I'm serious, bro. Don't parlay them, but place it on 2 separate bets. Parlay them together. You could smack it out of the park then.
All right.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Finally,
Damn.
the last two questions I want to ask Nene.
Who you got, Shake, in this game?
Miami.
Said the Dolphins.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
That's all good. No, all right. So let me ask you.
Gotcha.
The Army's motto is "Be all you could be." Do you know where that came from? And secondly, in part real quick, in part two, we'll end with this. The last question. Why would you recommend? Would you recommend the? Why would you recommend the Army, and why the Army? But go ahead. As a recruiter.
I'll be honest. That slogan has changed so much. Army of One. Oh, I don't know what they're saying nowadays, but I was a part of Be All You Can Be. I don't know where it came from.
In the Army.
I say, based off my experience, I would recommend it for this reason only, is because there's a lot of misconceptions that are just not true about the military and especially about the Army. As a recruiter, I learned that all of the programs that they offer, technically DOD, when I say DOD, I'm talking about Department of Defense. Air Force gets this narrative that they get all the money and they have all of the cool programs, but it's actually the Army. Army has all of the schools in terms of like the special forces, like the Marines, which is the infantry of the Navy, which Crypto knows that. All these people have to come to us for our training. And a lot of people don't know that because the way the media sets up things is the Marines are the soldiers, but they eat crayons, and the Navy is just out on the boat, and the Air Force is just smart, and they have all of the money, which is not true. So the Army, to me, I wish I just would have, if I'm being honest, when I was younger, instead of a lot of partying and a lot of other things, I would have took advantage of a lot of the resources, especially like the retirement programs. There's a lot of programs that you can start when you come in and basically pay for another retirement on top of that. I know somebody that got like $4 million for investing into that. And that's just great. Already having 2 paychecks for the rest of your life and then another $4 million just yours. But yeah, and I also think like for what I did, I knew I could not afford college. Some people are not honest about that because college is being pushed at every level of school. I think it still is as the only way to be a successful human being. But with the Army, you at least get to learn a trade. Like for me, learning how to cook and still go after my dream, which was law, was so important because now I'm learning the skills. So when I go and compete for jobs, I already have that. I have a trade, and we kind of went over some of the cool stuff that I did, that kind of sets me apart from other human beings. But yeah, I think it's perfect. And then I'm at an age where I can really just sit at home if I want to. If I really just want to sit at home and retire at 38, 39, 40, who can beat that? And the experience, the people that I've met, the networking, and like leadership. I know a lot of people get so upset at how I feel about Chris Greer in that front office, but the Army taught me about not making excuses. Like I have a mission to do, and I cannot blame it on everybody else. If I'm responsible, I got to be responsible. And I don't think I would have got that tool if I would have went straight to college. I was thinking about that today as I was doing my papers before I came on here. I wouldn't have had the discipline and the time management to understand, okay, I want to do this, but my time allots me to do what's important. And the military has a way of structuring you with time schedules. I know every morning I'm doing PT, 4 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, then shower, change, and I'm back at work at 9 o'clock. A lot of people don't have jobs with that type of restrictions. So they have no structure. They don't understand discipline, and it makes you a better human being. But with that said, I will always tell people to research everything and what's best for you, because the Army was best for me, but it may not be the tool for you.
Yeah. And you were a recruiter at one time, correct?
Yes.
How did you become a recruiter? Did they choose you? You choose you?
Going back to chasing that rank, and chasing, once I did everything on, the culinary side, it was like, what's next? I didn't want to be a drill sergeant. I could have been an instructor. I already played around with, the high quality of my job. And people always, you probably didn't guess this, but they say, you can talk. you can talk. So I was like, well, maybe recruiting is a way. And I often wanted to go into schools and talk to kids who were like in my situation. You know, I want to go to college, I want to be something, but my family dynamic, you know, it didn't. We would have been in debt, you know, trying to get me to go to school the way I wanted to go to school. So a lot of kids need to see somebody like me, like, hey, I understand you want to go to school, I get it, but we got to be honest about where we are. And that was initially why. And the other thing, I know this story gonna sound crazy. If Fred, listen, I'm a big fan of Whitney Houston, and I've always been trying to make my way to New York City and New Jersey, you know. And when they gave me my options, I could have actually got Miami in Georgia, and I said no, I want to go to New Jersey. And I actually was a recruiter at Whitney Houston's high school, so cool. That was pretty dope. I actually met some of her family when I was there. That sounds kind of weird, but yeah, I got to see the gravesite. I got to see a lot of stuff with, you know, and I'm a mega Whitney Houston fan to the full. So I'll land with this. Like when my grandmother passed away, I didn't know that I had family in like New Jersey and New York, but when they came to all the funeral, I learned that I had cousins that was literally across the street from me when I was in New Jersey. So I always think things are God's planning. Even though I thought I was going to recruiting for a different reason, I ended up meeting a lot of my family, like 150 relatives I didn't know about that was in Philly and New York and New Jersey. So that was also another thing about recruiting, especially during the pandemic. I stayed with my family because in Newark, we got hit pretty hard. Like some places didn't really get it, like the Northeast did, like real shutdowns. Like you can't go nowhere to the store. So I ended up staying with my family because I'm diabetic, and a lot of people was getting sick in the condos that I was living in. So I ended up moving in with my family in South Jersey. But I wouldn't have known about them until my grandmother passed away, and I met all of them at the funeral. So it was really like, I hated recruiting. I'm just gonna say it on the record. I hated it. It's a lot of politics. It's a lot of bad people in recruiting. But I also saved a lot of lives too. So I guess you take the good and the bad.
Right.
And lastly, before we wrap this up, do you have a track of how many people you recruited, or?
You know what's crazy, Shay? The people I put in the Army were nothing but men. I only had 3 females I put in. All my recruits were boys, and a lot of them were.
What time you was a recruiter? What was your recruiting periods? 2016 or what?
16 to 2020, because I stayed out there a little bit longer because of COVID. I don't know if y'all know, but the military wasn't allowing people to leave if you were in what they call a red area, and I was in New Jersey, so a lot of us had to wait until the restrictions changed. So usually it's a 3-year tour. You know, New Jersey, New York, Philly, all those areas were considered like high areas.
Right. It's like different ways.
But one time I put like 12 kids in from like one. I actually taught arts at one high school and actually got on staff.
Right.
But yeah.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, one guy, he's a pilot. He's a warrant officer. He's a kid I put in.
Okay, a warrant officer you put in. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I got a guy
success stories.
Yeah. That's nice. I never lied to program is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never lied to my kids.
All right.
So
tell them straight up and let them make the assessment. Right.
Yeah.
Whether or not they cut out for it or not. Yep, let them make the decision.
So anyway, we're about to wrap this up. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark. And once again, Nene, I appreciate your service, and I appreciate the fact that I could get to call you friend now. And Thank you so much for supporting the tailgate and also me on Larry K's channel.
Definitely appreciate it, Nene.
Any final thoughts?
Say I was back and forth when we had some major issues in the management. I love to tell L Cap. I embrace all you guys. Miami Dolphins, and that's something a lot of people from Miami don't even like. More out of town fans than you do people from Miami a lot.
You get more out of town fans, yeah.
Yeah.
So, to find this community, I didn't know y'all existed. To find this on Twitter, hopefully he would take his talents to Miami. And that's how I learned about Spaces, because I was.
Who are you talking about? Dalvin Cook?
Nah. Well, Dalvin's in with the Cowboys right now.
Yeah.
We saw James Cook firsthand, right? We saw Miami, those man.
James Cook. Oh my God.
That's why I wanted to draft too.
I love that you guys, because
you're breaking up, Nene.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
But community and you guys reinforce it, even though we may even differ on my takes and my.
Of course.
Open arms. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Crypto, any final thoughts? El Cap, any final thoughts?
Nah, none from me, buddy.
Oh, great show. I just want to say thanks, Nene, for stopping by and giving us your takes.
Yeah,
the
football
military
practice
versus military. Got some input. I just want to put it out there. I will be going 15-0 this week, just to put it out there. That in there.
And remember, we're going. We're next week. We're gonna be on. We're gonna try to get Big Nick next week, and we're going. Crypto and I. We're going on a league-wide Wednesday to take on Color, a fellow Finn's Tailgate member, and Miss Finn's. So it's gonna be best 2 out of 3. So with that being said, El Cap, once again, I thank you for allowing us to have allowing us to do this. And
man, guys, I'm just happy. I'm happy you're enjoying it and have it and make it your own and do everything you guys do. I appreciate all the hard work you guys do around here, and I'm happy to share it with you guys that are more than friends, have become family, as you guys know. So I appreciate y'all doing everything all the time. And I appreciate you getting great guests on the shows like Nene over here and having a whole setup. It's fun. It's awesome. And, the manifestation of the dream, we're living it, and I'm thank you guys for that.
All right, man. Fins up as always, baby.
Definitely appreciate the platform, Cap.
Yeah, salute.
Definitely.
Salute. Peace.